Mount Everest, arguably one of the world's toughest and most iconic peaks to conquer. The 100-kilometre trek from base camp to the summit takes incredible strength, discipline, ability, and there's nowhere near here, so we can't film there. But what we can do is take this Ford Everest on a 100-kilometre trek to see what it can conquer. Now, 100k might not sound like much, but we're going to try and cover as many different conditions as possible, from suburban streets to the freeway to country back roads, some dirt tracks, and even some serious off-roading. So let's see if the Everest is up for the challenge. So first things first, how does the Everest handle suburbia? Well look, it isn't exactly the smallest thing on the road, but great visibility and the excellent electric steering managed to hide the Everest's substantial dimensions. It rides so well for something that's so capable off-road, and the engine's really responsive, and the 6-speed auto is super smooth and always in the right gear. And speaking of engines, the Everest range comes with a 3.2 litre 5-cylinder turbocharged diesel engine, putting out 143 kilowatts and 470 newton metres of torque. This means that you can still get a claimed 8.5 litres per 100k and a towing capacity, or braking towing capacity, of over 3 tonnes. Parking a large SUV has always been an adventure of its own, but the Everest conquers this with front and rear parking sensors and a high-resolution reversing camera. So the Everest handled suburbia no problems, and let's see how it goes on the freeway. Again, the ride is excellent. The Everest is actually based on the Ford Ranger platform, but it has its own exclusive rear suspension setup, so it doesn't suffer from that harsh or floaty boat-like characteristics that many big SUVs can suffer from. That 470 newton meters of torque means that overtaking is a breeze on the freeway, and it comes with radar-guided active electronic cruise control. Now what that means is that it keeps a consistent distance from the car in front. Once you're off the freeway and onto these country back roads, you realise just how great the Everest steering is. Look, it's a little bit light, but it's definitely the most car-like of any of the SUVs in this class. Surprisingly quiet in here as well, and a lot of that comes down to Ford's noise cancellation technology. It basically works the same as sound deadening headphones, and it really helps reduce road, tyre and engine noise. So before we let the Everest loose off-road, let's check out some of the practical stuff. Starting from the powered and key fob controlled rear tailgate, the cargo area in the Everest is huge. This trend model is a 7-seat variant, but with those rear seats down, you have over 1,000 litres to play with. And dropping the rear seats expands this to a truly huge 2,010 litres, more than enough room for even the most elaborate cupcake. Inside, there are over 10 cup and bottle holders and loads of storage bins. So the rear seats, well, they recline. Plus you can slide them back and forward, and there's heaps of toe, leg and headroom. Plus there's separate air conditioning controls back here and a 12 and 230 volt power outlet, so you can charge your laptop or use any of those camping essentials. Up front the seats are really comfy and all the controls are really well set out. There are loads of features too, with dual zone climate control and a 10-speaker stereo with a subwoofer. Ford's excellent Sync 2 system with this 8-inch touchscreen display. And when it comes to driving features, there's a rear diff lock, low range transfer case, hill descent, and a mode selector for different four-wheel drive modes. But let's put these four-wheel drive modes to work. The Everest is covered by a 3-year, 100,000 kilometre warranty, with a free loan car available when your Everest is being serviced. And Ford offer lifetime cap price servicing for even more financial peace of mind. The Everest handles these dirt tracks as well as it handles the freeway, and a lot of credit's got to go to Ford Australia's design, engineering and research team, because this thing's awesome. For something so refined on-road, the Everest's off-road abilities are incredible. With 225mm of ground clearance, a wading depth of 800mm, and approach and departure angles of around 30 degrees and 25 degrees, combined with the off-road drive modes, the Everest will happily conquer many a challenging off-road journey. This may surprise you, but I've never actually climbed Mount Everest. But from what I hear, it's a bit of a challenge. The Ford Everest, however, it hasn't been a challenge at all. It's been awesome. It's been really fun over these last 100Ks. If you need an SUV that'll pick up the kids from school, do the groceries and help you move house as easily as it can climb a mountain, cross a river and conquer uncharted lands, the Everest is an icon you need to climb into. so you can charge your laptop or any of those other camping essentials.